So yesterday we talked about how to generate the components and how to copy your old code into a new file. Let me quickly review what we did yesterday. So this is our Angular project. We created this project by ng-new and given a name to it, like ng-new assignment. And then we will create a folder in the source app, in the app folder, right? Create a new folder here called components. And inside this folder, we will create 4 folders: one for user, one for page, and one for website, and another one is for widgets. So let's create 4 folders here. There will be user folder and page folder and website folder and the widgets folder. So the layout will be source and then app. Inside it we have components. Then we have our 4 folders here: page, user, website, and the widget. The next thing we want to do is copy our old code to our new files, new components here. Let's firstly generate those components. We just go to the assignment and the source, app, components. Inside each folder, like in the user folder, let's right click, open command dash here, ng generate components, and name of it should be login. So let's have us generate the login components. Okay, takes a few seconds. Alright, our login components is created, and then let's create the register components. And the profile. Okay, that's our user components. Next thing we want to do is generate our website components. In order to generate our website components, we need to navigate to the website folder. So we can just use cd // go out to the user folder, then we say website, and go to website folder. cd // website. Okay, and inside the website folder, we can say ng generate website list. I forget to say here, generate the component. And then ng generate the component website new. And a website edit. And let's go to our page folder. In the page folder, we'll just do the same thing here: ng gc page list. And oops, I think I created it in the website folder. Let me delete that. And in my code, I need to delete this import here because I generated the wrong place. And also this one here. Okay. Let's create it again. Let's cd // page. Okay, so let's ng gc page list, and then page edit, and page new. Okay, then we'll do it for the widget. Oops, where Where is it? Okay, so cd // let's go to widget folder. Okay, in the widget folder, ng generate component widget list. Widget chooser. And widget edit. Okay, then we will generate 3 more in the widget edit folder. So let's go into the folder cd widget edit folder. In this folder, I'll ng generate the component widget heading. Right? Is this how we call that? Checking the requirement. Widget header. Widget header. And the widget image. And also widget YouTube. Okay, that should give us all the components we need. The next thing I want to do is copy the code from our Assignment3.3. Okay, so let's open my Assignment 1 on the right side. And open folder. I think it's in Angular assignment 1.2. Let's try this one. Okay, so let's copy them one by one. This is my login page. User login. Copy that. Actually, I only need the things in the div, in the body. Okay, only copy the stuff in the body. Copy that. I can delete the login here. And oops. And then we want to copy the code for register. We open the register component.html and open register.html here. Let's copy the stuff in the body. Paste it here. You can just delete the register here. Go to profile. The bootstrap will be put in the index.html. Okay. So remember the structure is the index.html will call app.component.html, and the app component.html will call your actual components here. So if we put our bootstrap and found awesome in the index.html, it will be used on all the components we created. Okay, so let's keep working. Let's go copy the code for in the profile.html. There's a navbar, the div, and the footer. All of them should be. Oops, missing a nav here. All of them should be in the profile component. And we delete this. The user folder is empty. Delete. And then next stuff is website list, HTML. And let's go click here, website list. Copy everything in the body. Only copy those main content. Other things we won't need it in the component. Yeah, I will show you. Okay, so that's for the website list. And then we copy the things for website new. Website new. So navbar here. This is the website new and website edit. Website edit, copy the navbar, the div, and the footer. Yes. Delete this one. Okay, and then for the page list. Copy that. Page list is here. Paste it here. And page new. It's here. Paste it here. And page edit. Alright. Okay, that's it for the page. It's the page folder. And we need to do the widget folder. So we have the widget list here. Copy stuff from widget lists. Widget list is here. Navbar. It's really long. Here the filter. Okay, and the widget chooser. And then the widget edit. Widget editor, you can just leave it like that. Okay, we don't have the code for widget edit yet. We will make it later. Then we go to the widget. Basically, how the widget editor is working is like it will have something like a switch case here. Like it will switch it between the widget image, which is heading, and the widget YouTube. Depends on which button we clicked. Okay, I'll show you how to do that in the future. So the things left are widget header. Let's copy the widget header. And the widget image and widget YouTube. Let's copy those three first. This is widget header. And then we'll do the widget image. And widget YouTube. Alright, so that's code for our HTML code, and we can delete the widget folder here. So what left is style.css. Well, where should we put the style.css? We actually have a style.css for our main index.html. If you just go over all the files here, in the source file there's index.html, and there is also one called style.css. You can add all your global style to this file, so which is our style here. Just copy that, paste it here. Okay, this style.css will be loaded by the index.html. If you take a look of the index.html, it has HTML tag, has a head tag, it also has a body tag, and it has the app root inside the body. This index page is the page like every time we will visit this page, and we will load everything inside the index.html, and all those components will be loaded in here app root. So all the styles will be applied to the index, which means they will be applied to all the components. Okay, this is gonna be our outline, our like a main HTML file. Okay, so we can basically put our bootstrap and found awesome in this file. They will be loaded when we load the page. So let's copy the found awesome and bootstrap. Get started. Just copy this here. Paste it here. Paste it in the head. Okay, and then we need a found awesome. Found awesome. Let's get started and copy the CDN here. Put the CDN here. Okay, we have found awesome and bootstrap. They will be loaded. And right, I think I already got everything we need. Let's test one of them. So if I just go to the app component HTML. Let's see if it's loaded correctly. So if I just close this one, go to my folder, let's go to assignment, right click it, get it back here. We're using the Windows command, it's the same. We can do ng serve. Give it a second. It's trying to hosting my website on my local host. Loading 10% building modules. Okay, so when you see the compiled successfully, that means your page is already on the localhost 4200. You can try that. Localhost 4200. Yeah, that's our Angular default welcome page. We can actually delete it and to use our own components. Where is that? It's here. Okay. So there's two, and this one I can actually delete it. Okay. So that's our app.components.html. If I just delete them, refresh the page, they should be empty. And I can basically just call the ending page we have here. We can try to call the website edit page. If you check in the website edit component.ts, they will tell you like how can you call it. Select it here after website edit. Let's copy that. Okay, let's make a tag with that name and close it with that name. Save it here. That's our website edit. Okay, it looks exactly the same as what we have before. Alright, today we will know how to really navigate, how to route over this website. Okay, if you check our assignment 3, the next step will be configuring Angular routing. In the previous assignment, we created several web pages linked together using hyperlinks. In this assignment, we will refactor those navigation using Angular's routing module and implement a single page application. That means a single page application, as we said, is allows you to just regenerate a different component without reloading the whole page. It's much faster than navigating to another page. We're using the same index page, but we'll refactor it. We're dynamically changing our current component to another one. Okay, so here's our things we need to do. Let me see. Okay, so we can basically do them one by one. Reflect all hyperlinks in the HTML files of the component, and then use route link directive instead of referring to actual files. So, for example, if we have a with a reference equal to register.html, we are going to change it to a router link is equal to /register. Okay, we're going to change all the reference into hyperlinks. For example, if we go to our login HTML. Login, it should be in our user folder, and the login component HTML here. In this file, we have two buttons. One is going to profile.html, another one is going to register.html. Let's delete this reference here. Change it to router link, and just say /register. Okay, and this one. Actually, this one should be profile. Huh? Yeah, I'm recording it. Yeah, I understand some of you in the back cannot clearly see what I'm doing here, so I'm recording it. So change this one from refer to router link. That's gonna go into profile. Oh, actually, sorry, it's going to register. Okay, well, and then we need to do the same thing for all our pages, like also for the register HTML. This one should change this from ref profile into router link. Profile, and this one change it to router link. Login. Okay, and then after you finish everything, we'll do a second step. Create an app routing.ts file inside app folder and configure the Angular application routing and implement the navigation described in the page diagram. So let's create that first. In our app folder, we need to create a app.routing.ts. So right click the app folder, new file, save it. It will be called with app dot excuse me app.routing.ts. app.routing.ts, save it. Okay, and what we need to do is using the routing provider to map the router link to those pages. So basically what I need to do is copy this file here. I've already provided you a template here. You just copy everything here. Copy it, copy, paste it in the file. Okay? And what we have here is some paths. Those paths will be the paths we have. Like for example, this is just a template, so we need to make it exactly matches what we have in the description here. Okay. So how we do that? Okay, sorry, app routing here. We need to do is changing this one. When it is empty, like we will go into the login components. So this one will be login components. And when the path equals to login, we will also go to login components. So let's copy this, paste it here. When path equal to login, we'll go to login components. Don't need to do it for default. And when path equal to register, we will go to register the component. This is what I really mean here, so you need to change them one by one, or you can delete this too. And when path equals to user, and with a slash and the common UID. The slash and the common UID means we were using some different user IDs here and refers to different user. You just don't have to create it right now. Just copy it, change this user ID into user UID, and it's going to go to profile the component. And then we do it for our website component. We just do it then one by one. Website component, and it should be user ID website. Website, this one. Okay, just do it then one by one, like until you finish all of them. Okay, just here I just currently put 4 here, and see there is a red line here saying can't find file, cannot find name profile components. The reason is because we haven't imported it yet. See the top file, we import login component, we import register component, but we never import profile component, website component. So we need to import them here. So basically we can just copy the content here, import profile component from. So here we're just actually looking for where the component is. So we're just using a dot slash components, go to the component folder, and profile is the user folder, and it's a profile folder, and it's just called profile.component. It's like that. Okay, copy this one, and let's create one more for website component. Website component. It's in the website folder, in the website list folder, then website list component. I have 2 components here, delete one. Okay, that's how you import the website component. I think I have typo there. Oops. It has some error here. Website. Oh, it should be website list component. How to actually call it? I think I also have this in the app module TS. Yeah, I have it here. Website list component. I actually can just copy this there. Website list, page, images. Just copy those. It's just gonna be the same, I think. Just copy it here. We have a website list component. think it should be website list component. Let's take a look. Website component. It actually should be website list component. Okay. Let me hold on. Have a login, register profile, website new website. It should be website list. Website. I type website list. Pages, page new, page edit, widget list, widget chooser, widget edit. Okay. So we won't have the widget header, widget image, and widget YouTube. We don't use that. Instead, we'll have a widget edit. I think I have it here. Yeah. Let's just copy them here. Import those components here, so we can keep creating those paths. Okay. Firstly, I only have 4 here. I just want to let you know how to do it. And next step, I'm telling you what are those UID, WID, and PID are. Those are just IDs of particular user, website, and widgets. We'll do them in the future. So next step is to import the app routing.ts file in the app module.ts. Okay, let's go to the app module.ts. Let's do the same thing here, like already using the blue color to tell you what you need to add in the file. So after adding those things, you will need to add app routing. You can just copy a code here, like import routing from app.routing. Copy that one, put it in your file. Okay, that imported the Angular routing function to your project. And in the import here, you need to add routing. Okay. And one last step. Is in the index.html, include the app root loading 60. Well, I think I already have it, right? In the app, the index.html, we already have the app root. Okay. Include the app root selector where all components will be dynamically included. And then we come to the last step. Delete all the components in app component HTML and put a app outlet there. So let's go to the app component.html. Here, instead of saying app website edit, we are using this one, app outlet. Okay, let's copy that. All right. Right now, if we go back to our page, the default page will be login page. If I click login, nothing is happening. Did I do something wrong? Okay, let me take a look. Register is working. Okay, say I'm going to register and login. The page is never loaded. You cannot see there is a reloading, the reloading there. Right, the page is not flashing. It just directly goes there. And the reason the login doesn't working is because in our routing.ts, here we are seeing, okay, the path for profile component is user UID, right? This is the path to a profile component. If we checking our login button here in the components user login and login and components HTML here, we are seeing, okay, if you click login, we'll go to profile. There isn't a path called profile. We actually call it as user and /UID. So we'll replace this profile with a user and with a /common UID here. So right now, if I click it, I'm going to profile. Okay, and log out. See, if log out, it will never change it, so it's not working. So we need to also go to the profile component to change that. Let's also change the one in the register. After register, we'll go to user UID, and then we'll go change the one in the profile. Okay, in the profile we also have two routes here. One is this one. This one is for this one is the footer here. This one should refresh the page. Let's just go to the user UID again. And here is logout. Should go back to a login HTML. So I think the path of it should be, let's check it. App routing path is login. Okay, change that one to login. Where is that? Profile components, login HTML. Change this one to route link. Is that how you spell it? Router link. Come up here. It's saying okay, small r, router link. router link is equals to login. I'll use double quotation. I'm not sure if single quotation works, but I will just put a double quotation here. Okay. And I also have one for the website. This one, delete the reference here. Change that to router link is equal to, what's the path for that? Website list is this one. Let's copy that. Put it here. This is login, not this one, This one here. Okay, paste it here. So if right now, if I go back to my page, okay, that's my profile. If I click log out, back to login. Login to register to the profile, and log out, register, and click website. Website is not working. Did I put it wrong? User UID website. What I have there? User UID website. Close this one. This is okay. User router link equals to user UID website. Seems like this should work. Component is website list component. Website list components dot component. Oh, not this one. This one. Component website list dot component. There, this should be correct. Is that because I have UID between them? Let's try to do that. See if that works. Let's change this to user website. Still not working. Okay, that's not because of that. Let's change this back. Let me take a look. Website list. Website list dot component. Okay. Let's take a look of assignment here. Website list component. User UID website list. That's weird. Okay, let's take a look about the app module tiers. It should work. Why is it not letting me navigate? Class btn router link user. Oh, I forget. I think I forget the slash before the user. Let's try it. Yeah, right now it works. Okay. And I haven't make up for the back button here, so this one won't work. We'll have to change all the links we have in our pages. Okay, like this one is refreshing the page. It's still working. And I also need to change this one in the profile. Right, there's a nav bar here. This one shouldn't go to ref here. It should be the same as the one in the footer. Let's just copy that here. Oh, this one shouldn't be ref. It should be hyperlink. Actually, not hyperlink. It's a router link. Copy this one to the profile. Okay, this one. So you just need to change all the links you have in your profile to connect them again. We use our new ways. Okay. Yeah. Right now they are just not actually doing anything, but you just can leave it like that. Okay. So yeah. Right now they are connected again, and you see the page is never loaded. It's just basically what we do is we are just basically regenerate a new component here. We're switching the components instead of reloading the page. It's much faster, and yeah, it's much faster and prevent your code there. Right? It's really fast. The page is never reloaded. It's not flashing any. Okay. This one is flashing because it has a hyperlink. We will change this hyperlink to route link. Okay, so just change everything there. Let me upload my code to GitHub. Okay, so let's close this, minimize this. Let's see, close that. Let's open my code here. Right click, git bash here. Git add dot. I did a lot of files. Git commit m generate components and raw and ng routing, and just Angular routing. Okay, just comments. Okay, git push. Alright, so the code should be in the GitHub. Generate components. Yeah, it's right there. So let me stop the recording.